In a world where everyone is racing to be the best, many forget a powerful truth. Success is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between the hills, there lived a young boy named Vaden. He was known for his curiosity, creativity, and kind heart. Vaden was different. While most children tried to mimic the smartest or the richest kid in the village, Vaden walked his own path. His father was a potter. They weren't rich, but they had enough to eat and live a peaceful life. Every morning, Vaden would help his father mold clay into beautiful pots. And in the evenings, he would run to the nearby tree, sit under its shade, and dream of ideas, inventions, and something extraordinary. But he didn't know what that something was yet. Vaden went to the village school, where competition was fierce. His best friend, Rohan, always topped the class. Rohan followed every textbook word by word, practiced what the teachers said, and repeated the same methods that others used to succeed. One day, Rohan told Vaden, "If you want to succeed, you need to follow what toppers do. Just copy their notes, follow their schedule. That's how success works." Vaden paused and nodded politely. But deep inside, something didn't feel right. If everyone copies the same path, he thought, how will anyone ever discover a new one? Months later, the school announced a science fair. Every student had to create a project. Most of Vaden's classmates ran to the internet cafe to find ready-made ideas. They downloaded projects, printed them, and rehearsed the explanations like actors memorizing scripts. But Vaden, he went to the riverbank, sat with a notebook, and started drawing. He thought about how the village often ran out of water in the summer. Then he sketched a simple model of a rainwater harvesting system using old clay pots and bamboo. His classmates laughed. "That looks like trash," one of them said. "You'll never win against our solar robot. We copied it from the national winners." But Vaden didn't care. He believed in his idea. The day of the science fair arrived. Judges from the city walked past shining robotic arms, glowing circuits, and flashy models. But when they reached Vaden's project, they paused. The judge asked, "Did you build this yourself?" Vaden replied, "Yes, sir. I wanted to solve the water problem in our village, using only the things we have around us." The judges discussed among themselves and, to everyone's surprise, Vaden's project was awarded first place. The head judge announced, "Innovation is not about copying brilliance. It's about creating something useful with originality." This boy did just that. Despite the victory, Vaden wasn't celebrated by everyone. Some of his friends grew distant. Even his teachers, who favored traditional learning, told him, "Don't dream too much. Follow the syllabus. Stick to the rules." For a while, Vaden felt alone. He thought, maybe they're right. Maybe I should just follow others. Life would be easier. But that night, he saw his father shaping a cracked pot with care. The pot was broken at the edge, but the father smiled, saying, "Every pot is different, son. If I tried to make them all the same, I would never discover anything new." Those words hit Vaden deep in the heart. He whispered, "I won't copy others. I'll find my own way." Years passed. Vaden kept experimenting, learning, failing, and growing. He never stopped thinking differently. He built a machine that recycled village waste into usable bricks. He created a low-cost air cooler for villagers who couldn't afford electricity. Eventually, he was invited to speak at a national innovation conference. As he stood on stage in front of thousands, he said, "Success isn't about imitation. It's about imagination. I wasn't the smartest. I wasn't the richest. But I was original. And that made all the difference." The crowd gave a standing ovation. Too often, we measure our success by comparing it with others. We think that if we just copy the habits of billionaires, influencers, or toppers, we'll become like them. But what we forget is, they succeeded because they were different. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs your original self. Your path. Your story. Vaden, now older, teaches children in the same village. He encourages them to think freely, to explore ideas, and never be afraid of being different. A child asks, "Sir, should we follow what others do?" Vaden smiles and says, "Learn from others. But don't become them. Be you. Because that's your superpower. You are not meant to be a copy. You are meant to be a creator. Don't let the noise of the world silence your uniqueness. Don't chase success by imitating others. Create your own definition of success. Success begins the moment you stop copying others and start trusting yourself." If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Subscribe for more motivational stories that light a fire within. And remember, be original. Be bold. Be you.